Hi Scorpio, welcome. So Scorpio, this is going to be your spiritual tarot reading and we're going to go ahead and get started. So Scorpio, you got a few cards out here. Oh, you got 3 cards. Oh my gosh. So you have the semi-sextile of allowing, the 12th house of surrender, and the 4th house of roots as your overall energy. So this is encouraging you to see the potential. It is a growth cycle, a cycle of hope. And then the 12th house of surrender is talking about compassion, dreams, karma, letting things go, okay, that have been holding you back, particularly when it comes to things of your inner world, your emotional world, any baggage that you may have been holding on to, guilt, things of that nature, right? And then there's a hyper focus on your roots, your family, your home, your comfort, real estate, as well as self-care. So this seems to be a time period, Scorpio, where you're really needing to see the silver lining, see the bright side of things, see the growth potential in whatever you have going on in your current experience, and to let go of the things that are not serving you, the baggage that you're carrying. Forgiveness is a powerful tool, and most people, they don't want to forgive because they think it's a gift to the other person, but it is not. It is a gift to yourself, because essentially what you do when you forgive another is you alleviate yourself from needing to carry any anger, hurt, or resentment towards that situation anymore, which ultimately benefits you because it allows you to get into a happier state of mind because you are no longer needing to think or dwell or argue something in your mind. A lot of times we cause our own misery by the arguments we have in our head. You know, not even necessarily with a real life person or in real life. You know, we play out scenarios in our head that sometimes hurt us. And why do we do that? Why do we do that? Habit. We just get into the habit of playing scenarios out and we don't even question, like, is this helpful to me? Does this feel good when I do this? And if the answer is no need to play it out anymore. Right? Focus on the things that make you feel rooted, that make you feel comfortable in your own skin, that give you a sense of excitement for your next chapter. You also have the card of flowering and the thunderbolt, which is the tower, which is Scorpio energy in this deck. So it's like out of some sort of big change, and this could have been an unexpected change or something that felt like it was out of your control, comes the abundance card, which is an ample opportunity to strike while the iron's hot, an ample opportunity to turn your attention inwards towards self-care and caring about feeling good. But also there could be a chance here that things start blossoming for you as we go into spring, which is very fitting considering things usually blossom in spring. But it's like out of some big change here, the universe is encouraging you to see the potential in this, Scorpio. And also I'm getting messages around do not overcompensate, okay? That seems random. I'm not sure where that part's coming from, but that's also what I'm getting. So let's see. We're going to go into the head space and see what you need to know there. Then we're going to look at the heart space and see how you're feeling, what's going on with your emotional self and love. And then we're going to look at the big spiritual picture for you, Scorpio. So let's see, the 5 of Swords. And this song came to my head as soon as I sat in the energy. I don't know why, and I don't even know who sings it or the words, but all I can hear is, we're already high enough. If you know the lyrics to that or the artist, can you put it in the chat? We're already high enough. Okay. All right. So, oh my gosh, you got the tower out twice. No way. So you have the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Swords in the reverse, the tower, and the 3 of Pentacles. Change is a coming, but this is positive. So like Scorpio, this is you know, kind of overthinking or getting in your own way, focused on, you know, the unwanted aspects of a situation, and then boom, here comes the tower. Again, this is some sort of big energetic shift that could be happening within you, but it could also feel like it's, you know, something that's happening outside of you or out of your control. But it's ultimately bringing you back into alignment. It's actually making you appreciate what is right in front of you. I heard what's been in front of you this whole time. So something's bringing you back to present. It's bringing you back to center. Sometimes we need a lot of contrast or a big push through what we don't want in order for us to better define what we do want, but better said, to better appreciate what we do currently have, right? And your inner being, who is always guiding you, will and can guide you into unwanted situations for that very purpose, because it sparks something inside of you that says never again. It sparks something inside of you that says I deserve better. It can serve as a motivator when used correctly. And this is essential to this reading, because this is something that has happened in the collective Scorpio energy. And what it's brought you to is this better space of knowing who you are, but also like this calmer space as well. Because the other thing is, like, when you've been through something and you make it out of it, you make it out the other end, it's almost like you don't fear change anymore. You don't fear that anymore, because you went through it and you came out the other end, which means you can come out of anything, right? Yes. So, or at least that's how Spirit is encouraging you to see it, to not fear it repeating, because it cannot repeat unless you give focus to it. But also, if it does repeat, it'll never be exactly the same as it was the first time. And also, if something does repeat that you didn't want in your life, you have a different skill set. You have the tools now that you did not have the first time you went through it to be able to get through it a lot easier. So nothing to fear is the message, really. I don't know why my readings are getting so philosophical lately, and I hope that you guys enjoy them. I can't change the way I read. It just comes and I say it. But yeah. So let's go further into the emotional space. Queen of Swords, what's going on in the emotional space and love? Yeah, I keep hearing that song. Weird. The Empress. Temperance. Let's get one more. And the Emperor. So, you do have the Empress and the Emperor here out together, which is a very powerful combination. Now, if you're in a relationship, this would demonstrate a power couple, you know, where you complement each other, where you have similar characteristics, similar strengths. And it's actually a very positive sign. So for those of you who are entering a relationship or you're in a current relationship, that would be a positive sign that you are an equal match. For those of you that aren't, this is just talking about, sorry, my nose ring's bothering me. It's just talking about taking better care of yourself, Scorpio. Caring about how you feel, and that being the primary driver to you kind of getting what you want. This is clarity coming through the emotional space, and it's like you're really getting clear on the fact that you want to feel better, but you also want to be surrounded by people who understand you or make you feel better, or like this playful type of energy where you're wanting to bring in more of that playfulness into your life. But also this talks about freedom and independence and taking good care of yourself and calling the shots. So it's like there's some group activities showing up, but I also feel a lot of solitary activity. And I also feel like you kind of like it. Like you kind of like to call the shots. You kind of like to have your own thing going on. Very Scorpio, like I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart too, where you value friendships, connections, and love. Of course, you're a deep feeling sign. But you also do value kind of going to the beat of your own drum. Scorpio, and being the one to decide for yourself and strengthening that ability within you. So actually on an emotional level, it's like really panning out here. So there's still some maybe stress going on in the thought space, but that is getting ready to shift and change. And then things are lining, like things are making sense to you now. You know, like things are starting to make sense to you, and you're being encouraged to see this as a growth cycle. So let's go further. The Hangman, Knight of Cups, Justice, the Star, and the Five of Wands. So, Scorpio, wow, holy crap, this is a great reading. This is a great reading. So this is talking about kind of getting back into the flow of love, of romance, of romancing your life. Also seeing your romantic life, or lack thereof for some of you, as you're seeing it in a different way though. You're seeing it from a higher perspective, from a more positive vantage point. And it's like things are feeling more balanced, okay? There's also a rebalancing of karma in the relationship sector. And then there is like this hopefulness returning, but I don't like that it ends on the Five of Wands, which is like, be careful what you're hoping for. Be careful what you're wishing for, right? Sometimes we think we know what and who we want and whatever, but we really don't know what our higher self knows maybe about that person or about that situation. You know what I mean? Like some of the things that don't end up manifesting for you are a blessing, because they weren't for you, because they would have continued to bring you down. But sometimes our ego just wants to hold on to what we think we want, what we think we know, but we don't know. And that's where surrender comes in. That's where faith comes in, and the all-knowing. And that if something's not working for you, that's because that it's not in alignment with you, and there's something better on the horizon. There's something better. Life is never taking anything away from you, right? It is only pulling you towards something that is a better match to what you're truly wanting. And there's this message here because there's something you've been asking for, Scorpio, that you don't actually want. If you knew the outcome of that situation, or you knew what you was really getting into, you would not be begging and asking and wishing for that, right? So if you've been wanting for something for a long, long time and it has not come to fruition, then Source is wanting you to see it from a different vantage point of, well, maybe there's something better, and point yourself in the direction of expecting something better, right? Of expecting a better outcome. Again, this card talks about encouraging you to see the potentials, not the potential problem, but the potential solution, and to point in that direction. There's some sort of big change that's coming through that is going to require for you to surrender something that you thought you wanted, or maybe you still think that you want, that your higher self knows is not truly in alignment with where you're specifically going in your life. And to allow that, and to get into a space of allowance. And as you go into a space of acceptance and allowance, first of all, you're going to feel a lot of tension leave your body. You're going to feel a sense of hopefulness return. But you're also going to be able to focus on the things that matter, which is your stability, your family, your home, your inner world, taking care of self, feeling good about self, letting go what's out of your control, understanding that things are lining up for you. There is, on the heels of this, a wish fulfillment, but you got to stop struggling, you know, with the ego almost. Stop giving any focus to conflict or proving oneself, or, you know, arguing with yourself in your brain even, you know, like stuff like that. it makes a heavy mind, right? And you can feel the heaviness in your body when you think those thoughts. And that's not a coincidence. That's your emotional guidance system letting you know that those thoughts don't serve you. That situation don't serve you. It's time to allow yourself to let the universe pull in what you've actually wished for. And it can only show that to you when you release what is not for you, Scorpio. So let's see what the guidance is. And I do want to highlight, right? I feel called to highlight the immense amount of positive energy out on this table right now. Okay, from the Empress, which is this getting ready to birth something, a desire that you've wanted, and this more lighthearted type of energy, more cooperation in the environment, feeling more in control, romance or romancing your life type of energy coming in. So lots to look forward to, Scorpio. And you've got the card of vulnerability. So this card talks about, it says, this is confirmation that you're seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory where your decisions will be based more on intuition than rationality. Do not let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is a negative condition. This is encouraging you to trust a little bit more, to trust that it's all right to let go of fear or things that hold you back, and to be vulnerable with who you really are. So Scorpio, wow, beautiful reading. I hope that you enjoyed it and it resonated with you. Zodiac signs that you could be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Sagittarius, Aries, Aquarius, and Libra energy here, but take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos and content over there. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all my social media accounts. All of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube, where you can also find the donation link. If you'd like to donate, you can do so there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very best, Scorpio. And until next time, my friends, namaste.